curarte el alma en fin. Son flores de Jamaica para curarte el alma. Son flores de Jamaica para curarte el alma en fin. Son flores de Jamaica para curarte el alma.
This is the Eugene, Smith, and Billy Show.
It is.
It's season 2, episode 2, show number 45.
Woo.
I think. Yeah, we're piling them up there, eh? And it was good to be back last week. I filled in for David Gogo, who did not make it. He blew a finger, a picking finger.
His thumb, I thought.
Maybe it was the thumb.
Strumming thumb.
Very important to a blues guy.
Yes.
But we'll rebook David, and that'll be fun.
Next year.
Next year. How are you doing, Eugene?
I'm doing fine, Billy.
Oh my God! Look at me under that light. That's just horrific.
You can see.
That's great. I look
what?
cadaverous.
You ask me how I'm doing, then you start talking
I'm
about
sorry. It's
how
all
you
about
look.
me, as you know. How are you?
No, I'm doing fine.
Good.
Do. Yeah, I'm doing good. This
Yeah.
is feels good to be back. You know, last week I was a little nervous about it, but just a little bit, but
Yeah.
because I didn't know how my voice was going to be.
Right. Well, you did 2 songs or 3, and you talked a lot. So, a normal.
No, I know. And at the end of the show there, when we finished, I noticed my voice was starting to go a bit.
Right.
It was starting to get a little hoarse, talking and singing and singing and talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Crackly, eh?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a bit, but not a lot. Enough that I noticed it, anyways.
Yeah. We're getting you back into fighting for him.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
good.
playing my kalimba again tonight because I was
Nice.
saying that when I'm playing my guitar, I sing differently and
Yeah.
I phrase differently, and so I have to sit at home and practice some of the songs over again and get that feeling again. you know,
Yeah.
So that when I'm breathing, so it doesn't
Right.
hurt my chest.
Yeah. It's a little more intense.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
I'm confident you'll get it back, my friend.
Oh yeah, it'll come around. They saved me for a reason.
That's right. You've got work to do.
I have work to do. Yes.
Songs to write, gigs to play.
What was that song? I got work to do. You know, what was it?
I don't remember that. Is that an old classic?
So from I was gonna say Kenny Loggins, but I don't think it's Kenny Loggins, but work to do.
I remember the one from Spinal Tap. Gotta get a job, gotta get a good job, gotta get a job that satisfies my artistic needs.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. Good song.
Speaking of artistic needs, I was thinking that maybe you and Alex Gallagher could do another one of your Shakespeare.
I'd forgotten that we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he's looking at Cymbeline, which is a lesser-known play for this year. And we were wondering whether we'd do 2 shows, but the other 2 directors decided not to, just with the, things still a little bit up in the air. But yeah, I could ask the Gallagher.
Yeah, see, that was fun.
That was kind of nice, eh?
Yeah, what was that? What was it you did anyways?
I have no idea. I think we did something out of The Winter's Tale.
Yeah, that's right.
The current, yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it was really, it was fun listening to you guys do that. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is fun.
So I was thinking maybe we could do it again,
Chuff, let's book him.
Yeah.
Book him, Dano. That's right.
Book him, Daniel.
Shakespeare is alive and well. Well, what are you going to sing for us today? Oh, wait, let me tell you the notes. They're just flashing up here on the screen. Looking good, everybody, says Rob Russlin. Peter Russlin's out there. Victoria says Yahoo. And Robert Cove. Hello?
Bob Cove.
Bob Cove.
From Lucifer.
From the band Lucifer.
Yeah.
Hello from Bob and Natalie in Toronto. Glad you're doing so well. Rockin' Robin was the best. They liked your version of Rockin' Robin. And I got work to do, hit by Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates, that's it.
What was the question? Peter's answering your question.
I was just trying to think of who
That
did
song.
it. Yeah, who did the song.
I got work to do. Well, good memory, Peter. Okay, nice to see you again, Eugene. Bill and Pat are out there. Nice.
Yeah, from Toronto.
From Toronto as well. And what year was Lucifer? You've told me about that band. Interesting
it was
name.
in the 70s.
in the 70s.
Yeah, late
Yeah.
70s, I think it was.
That was before the warm-up band,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was before the warm-up band.
and that was your band doing
No, well, it wasn't my band. It
a
was
mixture.
It was a band that was already together,
Right.
and then I was asked to be the singer in the band, one of the singers, and it was like horns
Oh, wow.
and rhythm section with horns,
Nice.
And that's when we went down to Detroit City
Oh, wow.
and signed a contract with Holland Dozier in Holland.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And it took us 4 years to get one album out of them.
Right. Right. Wow.
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that they didn't understand us all that much,
Yeah.
and I don't think they wanted to. I found out later that they just wanted me.
Oh, really?
They didn't want anybody else in the band. They just wanted me, but I didn't know that at the
Yeah.
time,
Right.
And they didn't say that. I found that out later on.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
But and it ended up breaking up. The band did, and
Yeah.
kept the rhythm section together.
Nice.
And it was called Snap Crackle Pop for a while.
The band or the rhythm
The
section?
rhythm section. We call it Snap.
Good.
There were 3 of us, and
Right.
then we got a drummer.
Which one were you?
Well, it's funny you say that because everybody used to say, "Well, who's Snap and who's Crackle and who's
Right.
Pop?" I said, "Nobody. It's just the name of the band.
Right. Right. That's funny.
It was just the name of the group,
I gotcha.
But anyways, it worked for a while. So I thought I'd try the song that I wrote for all the people in Nanaimo.
Ah, yes.
On Sunday afternoons when they dance and
Back in the days when they could dance.
back. They can't do that anymore.
No.
But right now, but
Yeah.
and it's closed down again right now.
Oh, has it?
apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the fellow that owns it, he owns the building or the club, I guess. He would close in January for a couple of weeks, anyways.
Right.
So they had it open there for a little while, and then they closed it
Oh,
down just last week or the week before.
maybe they'll scour the bathrooms and redo the tile.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
So this is downtown Nanaimo. Let's see what we got here. Sunday afternoon downtown Nanaimo, there's a place where people meet. Sunday afternoon downtown Nanaimo, they'll be dancing to the beat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody there knows everybody, so they say. Friends, relatives, new acquaintances, two-stepping merrily. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Downtown Nanaimo. Woo! Come on now. Hey, boom, boom, down, down. All the pretty ladies, they're smiling, oh, so sweet. All the fellas can hardly wait now to dance with them cheek to cheek. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, down down the Nanaimo. Down down the Nanaimo. Down down the Nanaimo. Down down the Nanaimo. Oh, Sunday afternoon downtown Nanaimo. There's a place where people meet. Sunday afternoon downtown Nanaimo. They'll be dancing to the beat, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Downtown Nanaimo, all right, yeah. Downtown Nanaimo, the dancing, woo. Downtown Nanaimo, yeah. Downtown Nanaimo.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Well, I miss our excursions up to the Big Smoke or whatever the heck they call Nanaimo. I don't know if it has a nickname.
The Big
Nanaimo.
Smoke?
No, I just made that up. The Big Smoke is
Is that where
Toronto.
Nanaimo bars come from?
Oh, maybe it is. I don't think so. It should be. It should be. We have an interesting comment, and I can't read that language. It's like, I don't know what the, it's not Russian, but it's something different. Vom Red. And Donalise is on there already before we've even introduced our guest.
Oh, really?
Yes, our guest.
The family.
Biggest fan. The family is there, yes. That's good. They didn't try to, Wilbur's come. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just noticing the closed caption again. They couldn't handle Nanaimo for sure.
Oh, okay.
Too exotic. So our guest is a local luminary.
Yes.
Formerly a restaurateur in Duncan, chef on the Coast Guard, and he was also a busy musician, doing some Hawaiian stylings as well as lap steel, national steel, a songwriter, blues player, and longtime entertainer in the Valley.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Don Wilke. So
Don Wilke.
we're glad to have him here. Come on up, Don.
Here he comes.
There he is.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yes, Donalisa says, I'm literally Don's biggest fan. That's got to be true, eh?
She literally is.
Literally, has she outgrown the two of you?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. It's when your kids,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
But she sure has outgrown her mom.
Oh, has she? Yeah.
She towers over her mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard one.
That's like my granddaughter. She's way bigger than her, taller
Is
than
that
her
right?
mom. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of, it's so funny to see.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So how you been keeping?
Oh, pretty good.
You
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking good. We were talking earlier about your imminent retirement, and how many years did you work with the Coast
About
Guard?
20 years.
With the Coast Guard. Wow.
And yeah, I was going to see about, for altogether, about 25 years.
Right. So you did some with the Merchant Marine, is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. I was working in the Gulf of Mexico when I first started.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that compare, I mean, the two organizations? Or Merchant Marine could be any owner of
Well,
a ship?
you know,
or?
the company I was actually working in the oil industry, in mostly in the Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
But the Merchant Marine is, definitely more international
Yes.
and fun that way,
Right,
know, where
right.
you get to see the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me a story about being the chef on the in the Gulf of Mexico and the food that they wanted, and you were making. Tell
Yeah,
us the
well,
story.
you know, I'm used to making beautiful food, you know, chicken cordon bleu and, you know, Wellington and, you know, beautiful food. And the folks and don't get me wrong now, there's beautiful food in Louisiana, don't get me wrong. But the folks that I was working for, we did a job of floatelling, what they call floatelling. So our ship was actually a floating hotel.
Right.
For an oil rig that they were building, the Diana project, which at the time was the largest oil spar, so it was
Right.
floating
Wow.
in the Gulf. And anyways, yeah, the boys, you know, anyways, the captain called me in one day to the office, said, yeah, you know, the boys, they're kind of wanting a little bit more deep fried food. You're not deep frying enough food. So, well, okay, they want deep fried, I'll deep fry, you know. And I deep fried everything, and they loved it. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Health was not a concern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
That's
But,
funny.
yeah, I'll get back to them. I'll
Right.
deep fry every
Yeah,
single
yeah, yeah.
thing, and no, they
Their ice
loved it.
cream.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
it. Yeah,
And you were a hit.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You were a hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the Coast Guard, now how far north were you on some of
We've
those
actually,
northern-
you know, we did exercises with our American brothers and sisters, and went to Alaska.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you know, there's ships in our in our side that go even down south. You know,
Right.
fisheries and stuff like that for scientists. And
Yeah, yeah,
So we get to see the whole West Coast.
Right.
Pretty good.
right.
Yeah.
Some of them are, as you say, exploratory or scientific.
Scientific, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
scientific work. Yeah,
Nice.
when we're out of Canada.
Yeah, yeah. Huh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Sometimes, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
sometimes, I'll tell you what though, I do, you know, it's a lifestyle. It's the same as like playing music, you know, it's a lifestyle. When you
Yeah.
do it all your life, you're into it, right? And, but I'll tell you is, you know, I remember, for instance, here's another story for you, Eugene. It was not this last New Year's, but the New Year's before that I was on board a ship. And we had terrible, terrible, terrible weather, okay? And that was New Year's Eve, steak night, a steak for the boys, steak and you know, lobster night sort of thing, and, you know, we were just getting tossed. And as a matter of fact, we were going through the Narrows up, the Johnson Narrows, and so there was guys on shore taking pictures, and they sent them to the guard, so I have pictures. And I'm looking, and the ship is like submerged underwater and everything, and I'm thinking, and I was not feeling good, you know, not at all, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, and I'm in my bunk and I'm rolling, and I have the speech all made out in my mind what I'm going to tell the office, you know, I just can't do it anymore, and you know, I'm sorry, that's it, you know, but you know, and yeah, well, we got into a cove because the captain wanted the steak and lobster, you know. We got into and everything calms down and everything. Geez, I felt great, you know. It's like, what was I thinking of? You know, what was I thinking of? No way. I'm on for one more trip, you know. But yeah, when it's happening though, you're not you're not
thinking
feeling
that,
good,
no.
man. You're
Yeah.
Get
No
tossed.
equilibrium.
yeah.
Tossed around a lot.
Yeah, and you know, everybody I know, they say, well, the next day, how you doing? Oh yeah, they're all thinking the same thing. Yeah, I'd like to start a business on the shore, and you know, this is my last trip. I'm never doing this again. And
Right,
yeah,
right.
but they all come back. We all come back.
We all, just like in music.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
I'm finished, but we
That's
come
right.
back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, tell us what the guitars you're playing.
Yeah, well, tonight
Your first
I
song.
brought my my National Steel. I've had this a few years, and I have totally fallen in love with it since I bought it a couple years ago. And I can play it sitting up or and I wanted to do this song for my wife because we've been married 20 years this year, and gall darn, you know, she's my favorite girl. So and I never sing love songs.
Right.
So this isn't even my song. but
This
it's
is
a
a
John
love
Fogerty
song?
song. But it's for my wife.
Oh, so it's a love song. Then.
It is a love song. Tiptoed in the room. I know you got to have your rest. She says, come lay beside me. Oh, I've been waiting since you left. Takes me by the hand. I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life. The first time that I saw you, girl, you took my breath away. I might not get to heaven, but I walked with the angels that day. She's sweet to me. I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Some may have the riches, some that have the worldly fame. As long as I have you, girl, I treasure each and every day. She's so sweet to me. I am the luckiest man alive. And did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life.
Nice. All right. All right.
Thank you.
Oh man. Yeah, they such beautiful tones come out of those guitars, don't they? Yeah. And where are they made?
In the States.
In the States, yeah.
I think they're in Nashville.
In Nashville?
I can't read without my glasses.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I got this from. It came from Nashville, though.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
That's a beauty. Well, we have an interesting comment. This looks like a new fan, Miss Magic 1. Glad I got to catch you, bros. Well, that sounds.
Magic One.
Miss Magic 1.
That
I
would be
know.
my sister.
Oh, really? Yeah. There you go.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So, in the last couple of years, you've been able to keep up performance at all, or not so much?
I haven't really been doing anything. No.
It's been hard,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a weird time for.
Yeah. Just playing a lot every day, of course, like you. But every day I play in my studio at home. But
Good.
yeah,
Keeping your chops up.
keeping my chops up.
Good
That's it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people since COVID have given up music altogether.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do that.
I don't know. I know some
You
people.
know, it's such a comfort to me.
I know. So, well, that's it. I'm not playing anymore. Because they're so used to playing. Now they're not. So they go, okay, that's it. I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, yeah, it is weird. Yeah, well, you know, I've always just loved music for itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just for
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
You know, it's so much joy it brings me. It's a matter of fact, so one of my new songs is, I've been playing over 50 years, and
Right.
That's one of the lines in one of my new songs.
Right.
I fell in love with guitar when I was a teenage boy. So many years ago, it still brings me pleasure and joy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Well, I always remembered that the reason I got into the music as a teenager was because it was fun. And we were always having fun.
Yeah.
And so as I got older, I tried to keep that fun aspect about it, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you try to
Yeah.
keep that fun,
That's
know.
why we all love to jam, or
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's performing for people gets in your blood too, though. You know,
Mm-hmm.
And that is fun too. But just music for itself can be fun. You know, just a couple guys in a room playing music
Yeah.
can be fun.
Yeah. I think about times when there hasn't been much of an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so different now.
Yeah, you know, and you got to get that energy up, and
Yeah.
keep it going. So if it's fun, you can do that.
Yeah.
They're there.
Oh, the crowds are coming in. They're lining up.
You mentioned that you were on your own from a young age. How did you come across your first guitar then? If you were having to support yourself?
I bought it in a pawn shop.
Oh, in Pawn Store, nice.
And at least once a month it was in the pawn shop for
Right.
a few days before payday.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, back in those days, you know, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, acoustic or electric?
Acoustic.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work for it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you first had your first gig?
19. When
19.
A paid gig, yeah, 19. Just
Wow.
old enough to get in the bars
Right.
and play. Yeah.
Right, nice.
Yeah, it was in the Legion in Courtney.
Oh,
It was
wow.
my first gig.
Right, that's great, eh?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you said you traveled back and forth across Canada, so most of the major cities, and
Yeah.
what drew you to the island?
Well, I was raised here.
Oh, right, sorry.
When I
you
ran
born-
away, I left the island,
Oh,
but I
okay,
was raised
gotcha.
here. Yeah,
So you came back
yeah,
once you were
Yeah.
a little older.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I came back and, finished my teens here, and then I left again and went to Toronto. And I think we were contemporaries, because if I'm not mistaken, Eugene, a bass player of mine quit my band to play with you. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, it wasn't funny then.
Yeah, that's right. But I think he quit your band too. But
We
he's
probably
that
quit-
kind of guy, you know.
What was his name?
Warren Brubaker. When he quit my band, we played actually together for a number of years.
Okay.
After that, though, and all together, all through
Yeah,
the years, we
yeah,
played
yeah.
together. But he joined and formed a Led Zeppelin cover band, and they did really, great. They were doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Led Zeppelin, eh?
yeah, cover band.
Jeez.
Still popular.
Yeah, yeah.
And where did you pick up your chef training, or how did you come across that?
Just by having to work. I
Yeah.
started washing dishes when I was
Mm-hmm.
a young
Yeah.
fella. Yeah.
Start doing prep, and then they let you. Yeah.
I've been in the kitchen a long time. But even when I did go to school, I had a part-time job, flipping burgers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Machosen golf course.
Oh wow. Yeah. Nice.
Mhm.
In the Chosen.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. That's a nice course.
Flip them burgers.
Yeah.
How many eggs can you break at once?
Is that a skill? More than two?
Just two.
that would be enough. Wouldn't it?
I knew guys when I first at the Empress, they could take like 3 or 4 in a hand.
I know.
Really?
But because they had to do like bowls full of them,
I know,
Yeah.
that's why I
Yeah.
was asking,
Yeah.
because I met a guy in Detroit City I talked about, and he had like 3 eggs in each hand, and he was like short order cooking them. And man, it was amazing watching him, And then we got him high, and the next day he couldn't. He was breaking eggs. And
Is that right, eh?
oh yeah, it was really.
Threw him right off.
Yeah.
Threw him off.
When I was going to high school, I picked chickens for a while. So
Oh, yeah.
that was like 3 chickens in a hand.
Yeah, get strong hands.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pick them up when they're roosting, put them in the cages in the truck to take
Oh,
them to
wow.
the processing.
The faster you can do it, the more you get paid, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh,
Kind of like
glorious job.
Yeah.
bowling pins.
Yeah.
Setting up pins, the more you could do, the more lanes you could do, the faster you were, and the more money you got. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
If you could really pick up those pins and set them down before, and then they came in with the semi-automatic pins, setters, and you had to, instead of putting them down yourself, you put them in the machine, and then the machine would put them down. And then they came to automatic pins where they got rid of us altogether.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Guys behind the bowling lane
Oh yeah.
picking them up. And,
Oh yeah.
People used to try to hit them.
Oh yeah. Sometimes.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Terrible. John was one of those guys.
They would.
Yeah.
Some of the like Continental Can or Goodyear guys would come in to bowl, and so they'd see us down there. So they'd whip the ball back down the lane while you were down there, picking up the pins and setting them out.
Wow, eh?
And I got really, some of the guys were getting hurt.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So I said to them, the guys I was working with, I said, okay, from now on, when they do that, just whip the ball back up the alley at them.
Yeah.
So we started doing that.
Oh, yeah.
That finished it. They
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of bad boys, eh? We'll fix you.
Yeah.
Mess with Eugene.
Don't mess with me. So, do you have another tune for us?
Yeah, I got another one here. So, this is one, it's a new one. Hurricanes and climate change, it's coming down fast. Clickety-clack down the track, the history train is black. Tick-tock, the clocks don't stop, there's no going back. Forgetting the future, lessons from the past. Be careful, my friends, don't let it happen again. Like 1939, it's us against them. I don't have the answers, but I know for sure there's no room for hate on God's golden shore. Truth and lies and alibis and alternative facts. Strengthened and certain the betting of the facts. Careful, my friends, don't let it happen again. Like 1939, it's us against them. I don't have the answers, but I know for sure that there's no room for hate on God's golden shore. Just a little ditty there came to me.
Is that a new one?
Yeah.
Nice, good work. Little look back in history and reflection of the modern times.
I like your get up there, Billy.
Thanks. You couldn't get through the show without mentioning it. Yes, I got my work clothes on. I got out of the house this morning without my lunch and without my change of clothes. So it's the Canadian tuxedo I got on. I'm kind of, well, you kind of with your flannel too.
Yeah,
Canadian boy look.
Yeah. country stuff.
That's
farm
right.
boy stuff.
Dread-haired farmers. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's getting, they're getting tall, longer now. So.
Right, they are. Don, I was trying to remember. I think when I came out here, you had the restaurant open. I couldn't remember the name of your restaurant.
Nicoletti's Bistro.
Nicoletti's, and it was on
Canada and Ingram
It
Avenue.
was on the corner. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that where you
Canada.
lived above it?
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
And
That's
how?
when I first met you. It was when I first moved here.
Yeah.
That was like 27 years ago.
That's how time flies.
Yeah, I know. And how was that enjoyable, or is it pretty hair raising to have your own place?
At the time I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, and I would have probably stayed there forever, but thankfully I didn't.
Right.
And, no, I really loved it,
Yeah.
and
Neat. Huh.
well, food is very You can be creative and artistic, and
Yeah.
and it was fine dining, so we could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
Do you know what I thought was really interesting when I first moved here? Like a lot of people on the island, especially in the valley, they all go to Mexico, right? And then that Mexican restaurant opened up, but it didn't work. It didn't
Is
fly.
that right?
I could never
Yeah.
figure that out.
Yeah.
It-
Well, there in Nanaimo it did. There's a couple of them
Yeah,
that really
yeah.
did, and that was a beautiful restaurant. I know the one you.
You know,
mean.
yeah,
They,
yeah.
Now it's the Food Bank or
Yeah.
Basket or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beautiful restaurant. You know,
Yeah.
perfect for.
And I was surprised because so many
Yeah.
people go to Mexico
Yeah.
here. So when they couldn't go, they could go to this restaurant
Yeah.
if they wanted to remind them of Mexico and get them ready for their trips or whatever.
Yeah.
Pardon? Except for the weather, yeah. But it just didn't make it. It just closed down after a while. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Although we went to see Antonio Banderas in Zorro, and it was in Nanaimo, and the first 3 rows in the front were all filled with Mexican people.
Wow.
It was just
Yeah,
amazing.
very
And when he
cool,
come
eh?
out,
Yes.
andale,
Yeah,
andale,
yeah,
they were all
yeah.
screaming and yelling
cool.
when Zorro came out,
Yeah.
sword fight. It was really
Cool.
funny. The whole 3 rows of Mexicans all just screaming and yelling. Oh, it was fun. Well, who else is on there, Bill?
Oh, who we got? Any other?
Anybody else?
Peter says Don hosted 2 legendary local shows featuring Hawaiian guitar god Ray Kane. You were doing some of your slack. Well,
Slack
Ray
key
wasn't
back
actually
then.
at
Yeah, I
the-
was doing slack key back then.
Right, the slack key from Hawaii,
Hawaii.
and another with Canadian blues icon Ken Ham.
Yeah,
What was the venue?
my restaurant.
You played in the restaurant,
Yeah.
right? Okay, Ken, wonderful guy, now living in Saskatchewan
Yeah,
somewhere.
he produced my my CD too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Well, that's a good fit.
yeah,
Yeah, he was doing lots of production, wasn't he, when
Yeah.
he lived in Cedar?
yeah.
Yes, nice. Good one.
Huh.
No, that's it. That's it for comments today. I think unless we got any on Facebook.
No, I don't see it on Facebook.
Okay, there you go. There be yes. Well, very
So-
enjoyable.
We got one more song here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then good night, everybody. I'll try this here. This goes out to Bill and Pat in Toronto there. Bill was surprised because there's a lot of lyrics in this tune, and I was surprised that I could remember them all. Because once I wrote it, then I started to perform it, and I'm going, am I going to remember everything, you know? I don't know if that happens to you.
It has.
Yeah,
It did.
It did. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Bum ba doodle doo da bum ba doodle doo da bum ba doo 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 ba doo. Now, Nimble-Leg Joe has sweet smell of float. She'd like to go out and dance. Said we'll go downtown to Big Girl's place. That's where we'll get our chance. Well, the band will be grooving and the people will be moving to the sound of the funky beat. That's when Joe and Flo lost control. Started moving their feet on now, hips to the left and hips to the right. Bumping, grinding all through the night. Boogie, boogie. Ha, ha, boogie, boogie. lift her up high, set her down the light, kiss on the cheek, now that's alright. Boogie boogie, ha ha, boogie boogie, ha ha. Now Joe and Flo and the rest of the gang, they danced till sun came up. Well, doing their steps to the rooster strut, now they just couldn't get enough. From across the room, Big Al shouted out, now one more funky treat. Well, the crowd all yelled, thank you, Earl. Started moving their feet on now, hips to the left and hips to the right. Bumping, grinding all through the night, boogie boogie, ha ha, boogie boogie, ha ha. Now lift her up high, set her down the light, kiss on the cheek, now that's alright, boogie boogie, ha ha, now boogie 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 boogie, alright. Now walking home, Flo said to Joe, well, she sure had fun tonight. Now she leaned on, gave him a great big hug, now much to Joe's delight. Now Joe said to Flo, let's go back down to Earl's tomorrow night and dance, where the band will be grooving and the people will be moving to the sound of the funky beat. That's when Joe and Flo lost control, started dancing in the street. Oh, now hips to the left and hips to the right, bumping, grinding all through the night, boogie boogie, ha ha, a boogie boogie, ha ha. Now lift her up high, set her down the light, kiss on the cheek, now that's alright, boogie boogie, ha ha, a boogie boogie, ha ha. Now boogie 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 boogie, alright. Hey, the boog 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 boogie boogie, alright. Hey, the boog 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 boogie boogie, alright. Hey, the boog 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 boogie boogie, boogie boogie.
Boogie woogie.
Boogie woogie.
Yes.
Nice, nice.
Well,
Well, we done good. Thank you, Don, for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, really good to see you, and glad you keep the music alive. One day, who knows if we get out of this crazy COVID, but we hope to.
get out of it.
Things, yeah.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to be wearing masks for a long time.
Oh my God, it's just so weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Like, I just feel that's
Yeah,
what's going to
yeah.
happen.
Well, the influenza of 1918, people wore masks till 1926.
Till 1926.
26.
For that many years?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that. Wow. So by comparison, we're kind of just in the beginning.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to think of.
We just got to be patient.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a patient.
What's that?
I don't want to be a patient.
Nice.
What did you say, John?
I said he's going to be at the 39 Days of July again this year.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Right, booked. Yeah, so you like playing outside? It's a
I
fun
love it.
gig,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, for people.
I got to do it this last year.
Rare that you were still
Yeah,
here.
but look what happened. You were so excited you had a heart attack.
That's right. Danger. Yeah.
You're the cause. You did it to me. Well, and the key is C. If I don't know if
Right.
it's,
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know if
try
we're
it.
in tune or not.
Let's
but
try it.
See if it's. Well, that's close enough. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Say good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, come on back next week and we'll play you some more. Say good night, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Well, come on back next week. Oh, now it'll be Lonesome. Come on, Billy, try now.
Well, good night, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I said good night, everybody. We hope you had a good time. Well, LJ took a nap. Lady got a pocket full of songs.
Go on now there, darling.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. See you next time.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, come on back next week, yeah, and we'll play you some more. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks
Good
to
night, everybody.
our co-host Eugene Smith and our wonderful guest Don Wilke. Thank you, Don. Our guest next week is
Malachi.
Malachi. All right, for season 2, episode 3. Thanks to the doctor and longevity, John, and Leany too. See you soon.
Night, everybody. I was walking down the street the other day, taking in the sights, on my way to visit you. I bumped into an old high school friend I hadn't seen in years. He wasn't looking no too good, oh no. He needed some potluck, oh potluck. Potluck, oh now to see him through alright. He needed some potluck, oh potluck.